What are my thoughts on West Virginia's win over Kansas in college football? I'll tell you in just a minute. What is up, college football fans, fellow members of Mountaineer Nation? This is Coos, and welcome to another edition of Coos' Corner, your go-to channel for college sports with a heavy dose of West Virginia Mountaineers. Before I get into my thoughts on the game, I ask that if you haven't yet, please hit the red subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Give me the thumbs up if you like the video. Go to the Fanatics link in the description to buy all of your college football apparel. I've even got a link to the West Virginia Mountaineers page where you can go directly to the West Virginia Mountaineers gear and bypass everything else. And if you're not a West Virginia fan, I've got a link to the main page where you can search for whatever you want. And anything you buy with that link helps me out, and I get a small commission from it. Now let's get on with the show. West Virginia is going bowling. They were able to win the game over Kansas. It wasn't pretty, but they won 34-28. They finished 6-6 on the season and become bowl eligible. Going into the game, the main thing was to win the game. Didn't matter if it was 1 point or 20 points or 50 points. Win the game, get bowl eligible, and then build off of it. Kansas came out with nothing to lose and played like it. They just wouldn't go away. Every time West Virginia had a chance to put their foot on the throat, Kansas would make a play and come down the field and move the ball and in a couple cases get touchdowns. Just would not let up and did not make it easy for the Mountaineers, but the Mountaineers got it done at the end of the day. Let's look at some key team stats. I'm going to pop them up on the screen for you. Biggest key stat to me is, number one, just rushing. West Virginia rushed the ball for 261 yards compared to 87 for Kansas. West Virginia almost exclusively ran the ball in the second half. It burned clock. And as you can see by the time of possession, West Virginia possessed the ball for 33 minutes and 2 seconds in the game versus Kansas's 26-58. So that was also a huge difference in the game. And then fourth down conversions. West Virginia was 3 for 3 on fourth down conversions. And then even though both teams had 2 turnovers, Kansas's turnovers, in my opinion, were more critical because they both happened in the end zone. Josh Chandler-Samito intercepted Kansas 2 times in the end zone to stop scores for Kansas. Now let's look at some key player stats. You look at the quarterbacks in this game. Jarrett Doege was 16 of 21, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, and had the one really bad pick six that tied the game for Kansas. But West Virginia was able to recover from that, thankfully. Jalen Daniels for Kansas had a good game. 22 out of 32, 244 yards, a touchdown, but did have those 2 picks that I mentioned earlier. But Leddie Brown was just a big story of the day. Leddie had 19 carries, 156 yards, a touchdown, averaged over 7 yards a carry. Just a great day for him. Eclipsed the 1,000-yard mark for the 2nd straight season. He's only the 8th West Virginia back to do that. So kudos to Leddie. Congrats. You deserve that honor. And then Tony Mathis, his first 100-yard rushing game of the year. He had 22 carries, 118 yards for an average of about 5 yards a carry. Had 2 backs go over 100 yards. That's a great day for the coaching staff and that running back room and the team. And both those guys deserve it. Leading receiver on the day for West Virginia was Sean Ryan, had 5 catches for 74 yards. The touchdowns were caught 2 by Winston Wright and then 1 by Sam James. And then Luke Grimm for Kansas had a big day. 4 catches, 105 yards. It's a big day for him. That kid's a player as well. Star of the game, in my opinion, for West Virginia, other than Leddie Brown, was Josh Chandler-Samito. Had another big game with tackles. He had 8 tackles, all of them solos. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the 2 interceptions. And St. McLeod, freshman defensive back, started his 2nd game in a Mountaineer uniform, also had 8 tackles on the day, with 6 of them being solos. So a great day for St. McLeod. His future is really bright in Morgantown. West Virginia, what can I say? They started the season out 2-4. Finished the season 4-2. 6 weeks ago, if you'd have told me this team was going to a bowl game, I'd have told you were crazy. There was no way it was going to happen. But they finished the season on a high note, on a 2-game winning streak. I'm anxious to see who the bowl opponent's going to be. Some are saying it might be Tennessee. Some are saying it might be Maryland. Repeat of the Maryland game and a chance to redemption there. I've heard it could be Minnesota, Missouri. There's all kinds of teams floating around. Time will tell. But whatever it is, it's going to be a benefit for these young players to get extra reps at practice and another game against a quality opponent. And then for these seniors, a chance to go out, hopefully with another win and on a winning season. For the ones who choose to play, that is. We'll wait and see who does choose to play and who doesn't. Hopefully Leddie and Dante Stills and Josh Chandler-Samito and those guys will opt to play in the game because they're going to need them. But anyway, let me know what you think about the video in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the game. If you haven't, don't forget subscribe, thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget the Fanatics link for your sports apparel. Please check this video out right here. I appreciate you tuning in. Until next time.